What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. Truly do appreciate everybody that's stopping on by the video today. This is the second part of the Road to Polyatomic series, and I figured it was finally time to make this video now that I've had a couple days with Season 1, and I have a few guns that are polyatomic, a lot of my favorites, and I'm starting to work on some of the ones that I'm not really a fan of. I would honestly say the hardest thing about this whole grind was probably the long shots for the platinum camo, especially since there's no traditional hardcore mode. Even right now, it doesn't even feel like we have a traditional hardcore mode, so it's still a little bit of a grind. But we do have Shoot House, which is really good for the headshots and everything. And honestly, for most challenges, the only thing that's I would say Shoot House isn't the best for is the long shots, because for some reason, like in the original, there's that center lane where you could just hop up and mount on the center. That's still there, but it seems to be smaller. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it seems to me that there's a smaller area there and people just don't really funnel to that area very much. So I would honestly say if you're going for long shots, either just hit up the traditional maps or go into ground war. Now I'm very happy to say for season 1 there's a lot of things that they brought into the game that I'm very happy to see, like our combat record, the menus. Honestly, they haven't fixed it. Like honestly, the menus are still kind of shit, but at least they're smooth now. Like I feel like it doesn't lag a bunch and it doesn't hitch when I'm just trying to go through my weapons, and doesn't have like all those little moments of stuttering and stuff like that. The menus just feel smoother, even though the UI is still honestly really bad. And the reverting of the footstep sounds and stuff like from the beta, I honestly don't know why they made that decision, but you know, here we are. The new battle pass system to me is just kind of like meh. It's whatever. It's kind of like a different version of Fortnite's system, so to me I really see no big deal in it. If they wanted to stick to the original one or this one, you're pretty much doing the same thing. I honestly would probably prefer this one just because you can kind of choose what you want to go for to unlock first. All right, now let's take a few moments to talk about Warzone and DMZ. Now Warzone 2 I honestly think is amazing. The map and everything, there's a lot of little bugs and glitches, and I think they took a little bit of steps back from just the quality of life stuff that we got in the traditional Warzone, but I honestly think that's due to a few things. I think they really want to try to do a bunch of new things with Warzone, and on top of that, a lot of the quality of life stuff that we got is from Raven Software after they took over, you know, Warzone from Infinity Ward. And right now we're kind of going back to what Infinity Ward I think kind of envisioned for the first Warzone, but you know, better. And I think it's gonna be a little bit of time before we really see those quality of life improvements start to fully roll back into the game. But I honestly think that we will, especially with the community's feedback and voice throughout time. Infinity Ward I think will have really no option to. I think Raven Software is coming back to kind of help with the stuff with Warzone 2 as well, so we'll see. But I do really like the fact that Warzone 2 actually feels like a traditional battle royale. Like I actually feel like I need to loot and, you know, survive, and the things that I find out in the map and in the world actually mean something, rather than just immediately going for my 10k and going for my loadout weapons. Yeah, you can kind of do that now, but you only get one primary, and the other stuff that you find still kind of matters because you actually have so long to wait until you get your loadout really late in the game. I don't know, I think something about it feels nice, and I kind of like the direction that they're trying to take Warzone now. I just think it needs a little bit of tweaks, bug fixes, fix the stability and stuff, but for some reason my matches personally, like every, I don't know, like 3 matches, I am playing on PlayStation 5, but like every 3 matches or so, I end up getting into a match that is just so unbearably laggy, and then it happens for like a match or 2 where I'm just kind of lagging, and then it'll eventually work itself out, but it's kind of annoying. DMZ, from what I've played so far, seems to be pretty fun. I mean, I haven't really played a whole bunch of it, but from what I have played so far, you know, it kind of is just, it's like what I kind of assumed. It's a very simplified version of Escape from Tarkov. I think that this mode's gonna be really fun if you just want to jump in and bullshit with your friends, shoot some AI, try to get some missions and contracts done, and escape with some cool stuff. Especially like if Call of Duty's doing like some cool world events where they put special blueprints or whatever in there, and you gotta go kill a certain AI boss and then extract with a certain blueprint. I think that kind of stuff is cool, and if they start doing more newer stuff like maybe operators, camos, even smaller stuff to do smaller bosses like weapon charms, things like that. Just stuff to keep DMZ kind of interesting and keep people wanting to go back in and play. I honestly think they could have something really special here. And when you're kind of comparing this to other side modes that Call of Duty has had in the past, like Plunder, yeah, this is way, way better. So I gotta say, good job, guys. Even though, you know, it's a little bit of cop, but Call of Duty does that, we all know. So season 1 so far, honestly, to me, I think is kind of a W. There's plenty of content, there's plenty of stuff to do. This game is honestly massive. I mean, with multiplayer, ground war, DMZ, Warzone, you got all this different stuff to do and play. And now there's third-person modes in Warzone and in multiplayer. There's just so many things to do. This game's honestly jam-packed full of content. Yeah, there is a lot of downsides to it as well. Like, you know, when you try to compare things to fully complete games that we used to get in the past, like on release, but were they really fully complete? When we're talking about like Black Ops 2, where you had to pay $15 to play one fucking zombies map that you wanted to play? Yeah, I don't know, man. So yeah, we had more of a complete game, but at the same time, man, we're getting a lot, and there is a lot in this game, and I think some of us are just a little bit spoiled sometimes, and we kind of seem to forget certain things. But so far, I'm absolutely having a blast, and I think that's about it for now. I'm gonna go try to get some more of these polyatomics done so I can start working on that damn Orion camo, and that's gonna be the last video on the Road to a Polyatomic series. And in that one, we're going to be going through some of the strats with the launchers, snipers, and just some of the harder stuff and some of the highlights along the journey of getting to Orion. This one was a little bit more of an update because we had a big drop with Season 1 in Warzone and the game feeling a little bit incomplete at the very beginning, and I just kind of wanted to chop it up with you guys and kind of give you a little bit of an update of how far I've came so far. And yeah, so thank you everybody that stopped by the video. I honestly really do appreciate it. It does mean the world to me. If you guys are new, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down there and hit that little bell icon so you guys know whenever I do anything. I do stream here on the channel quite often. Don't forget to smash that like button for me. YouTube likes it, I like it, you like it. It's free. Love you guys. I'll catch you in the next one.